Now, last week, you may remember, we told you how Marilyn Baldwin, who's campaigned against scam mail since her mother was targeted, had been honoured for her work with an OBE at Buckingham Palace.
Marilyn from Chesterfield set up a campaign group 7 years ago after the death of her mother Jessica, who was conned out of £50,000 by fraudsters. She says her mother's deterioration was caused by the stress of receiving 30,000 letters from scammers.
Well, despite all Marilyn's hard work, it's a problem that isn't going away. One police force in the south of England has discovered more than 1,500 potential victims, and of those, 400 have lost more than £2 million between them.
Well, Andy Dickinson has been to find out more about the scams which promise wealth and fortune but lead only to debt, sickness and even death.
Thousands of letters, many sent to just one pensioner, each delivery designed to con the elderly. 95-year-old Tom Beckett lost more than £100,000 to fraudsters who'd write and call him from across the world. He died shortly after this interview with police.
I felt that I was on a good thing, and I wasn't. But it's very difficult to throw it down the drain immediately. You think there is a good opportunity there of getting a rather hefty cheque.
I think it's absolutely despicable because it's something which they are people who are generally approaching the person that they're dealing with from a point at which nobody can actually get in touch with them or access them, and they are ruining people's lives.
This police force has become the first in the country to try and quantify the scale of the problem, listing more than 1,500 potential victims. Of the 900 reached so far, 400 have lost more than £2 million between them. Some have suffered anxiety and depression as a result, one attempting suicide.
What we have seen is the similarities of the loneliness, of the wanting to have a purpose in life, of wanting to take part in something, to have those friendships with who we now know are the criminals. And these people are trapped in this world, becomes their lives.
As well as letters, fraudsters set up fake charities with catalogues selling cheap goods at exorbitant prices. Some victims find themselves hounded by criminal gangs. Their details passed on internationally, the money they send believed to fund drug smuggling and terrorism.
When I first broached the subject, I said I think there must be a Tom in every village. The work we've done proves there's a Tom in almost every street.
Police helped change Tom's phone number, even asking the post office to warn them if he'd sent more money. But by then he'd racked up huge debts, not even able to pay his bills. The message here at least is simple. If you feel you've been a victim, let the police know, let them help. Andy Dickinson, ITV News.
Well, we asked for your comments on this story on Facebook, and here's what you've been saying. Eddie GOUTHWAITE says, I've twice received an email asking for a money transfer as the person sending the mail has had their wallet and passport stolen and would refund the amount on arrival in the UK. I just deleted the mail.
This one's from Claire SOAR. Surely banks can help by stopping payments that often go to countries that are well known for this scam and making the police aware.
Sarah PRIDMORE says, I used to work in the post office. We knew the ones buying postal orders and tried to tell them, but they were convinced, and the more they responded, the more letters they got.
This one's from Nigel FARRELL. I've had a text on my phone saying I have won £250,000, so I just deleted it.
And this has come in from TJ Mason. I run several websites. Scammers send at least 30 mails a day. The only protection is awareness and a refusal to believe anything that sounds too good to be true. Thanks very much indeed for your comments on this subject.